Hey everybody, this is Charles Morgan from ComicWeek, and I'm here at Alpha Comics with Brianna Beebe.
Hi!
We're at the spot for comic books in the Willow Lawn area and vicinity and environs. And we've just put everything on the shelf that's coming out in a few hours. New Comic Book Day, the 22nd.
Yes, it's
January
the 22nd.
2020.
Is it the 22nd or is it 21st? I don't even know what today day is. So.
I believe it's the big 2-2
Okay.
in the house. So we got new comics, and we're going to go over what we're reading this week. Some new number ones, a lot of Marvel titles. Really big week for Wonder Woman.
$7.50.
$7.50, and they've got basically a cover for every decade, so you can basically see America unfold before your eyes at $9.99 a pop for several decades, all the way from the beginning to the present.
You make it sound like Wonder Woman's been around since the Revolutionary War, but okay.
Well, she does not age, this woman. She's a wonder. Wonder Woman. So, titles I'm reading this week: Batman Beyond number 40. Maybe get the reveal of who Batwoman Beyond is.
Ooh. One that I'm very curious about, in particular, because Jughead's normally kind of known for not being involved romantically with anyone.
Man likes munching cheeseburgers.
Yeah, that's about it, is his love of cheeseburgers. So for this to be happening, it means some shenanigans are occurring.
No, that's what the what if.
What if issue of Archie. Didn't know we needed that, but that's what you're getting. Another one that I was going to snag is going to be the giant issue of Birds of Prey. We've had a lot of people asking about various characters because of the new movie that's going to be coming out February 7th. And so you're going to be seeing some more like graphic novels. A lot of the Birds of Prey's first appearances are being done in like the dollar comics and things like that to just kind of get people familiar with the characters.
Got two more DC titles I'm looking at. There's going to be there's Batgirl, the new issue of Batgirl. It's going to have a major new character revealed in that. And also Batman number 87. You know, I'm hanging on after the Tom King run. I'm into the new issues of the new creative team. More Catwoman, which is always good for me. And can someone please, for the love of all that's totally explained, this cover of My Little Pony?
So apparently it is a horror homage cover for My Little Pony. You got the elevator doors, you got a red balloon for it, which isn't going to be in The Shining. You got Pinkie Pie chilling on the tricycle, and then two very creepy twins that look like they're up to a whole lot of no good. But yeah, so Charles was very concerned about The Shining being so heavily referenced in a all-ages comic, but that's what you're getting.
Yeah, totally up. Anyway, moving on to the next thing.
So we have two more X titles that are going to be coming out this week. We have Excalibur, and then I also have Marauders. You're going to have some more X-related titles coming out next week, but this is going to be the two that are coming up. It looks like they're going to have things going on, whatnot. I thought for a while that these were the last issues, but I think it's going to be continuing past these two.
Yeah, I think Jerry Duggan's done a really good job on Marauders, but I think all these X titles have been good.
Yeah. No, most definitely. Also, speaking of weird covers, this cover is lovely. And then you see Shazam's eyes. And then you get really concerned that Shazam is like being ripped from the insides. And I don't know how I feel about that. Like, let's not have inside stay insides, outside stay outsides.
Well, we both agree. I think this Jenny Friesen variant cover of Wonder Woman is probably our favorite. This is the
Most
homage to the 1950s. And then there's another DC title this week that you might want to pay attention to.
Hell Arisen, you had the number one for that a little while ago. This one is going to be Lex Luthor versus Hawkman. And this is going to be the infected versions where they were having their one-shot issues explaining kind of all of the darkness that's being exposed in the DC universe because of the Batman Who Laughs and all of his shenanigans. So you're going to be seeing, it's essentially a versus issue between two evil characters. So this could be a very interesting one.
There's three more titles that I'm going to read. These are for, I would say, more or less for more mature readers or immature readers. however you look at it. So one is from Ablaze. This is the localization of Mir Gandolfo's Unsacred. This is the 3rd issue. And then there's Maria Lovett, another great artist from Europe. Her English localization of Heartbeat. Both of these titles are in their original languages and hardcover, but these American localizations are good if you haven't had a chance to read it. These are both great artists. Of course, Maria Lovett did the Faithless with Brian Azzarello, and Mir Gandolfo just finished Unnatural, which is another English localization of a project she did, Contra Natura, which is published in Europe. And she's going to have a new title for Image Comics coming soon. And also, I think, of all the Joe Hill comics, which I think they're all pretty good, Basketball Heads has been my favorite by far, so the 3rd issue of that is out this week.
So yeah, that's going to be, I think, everything for us besides the number 1s, besides the ones we already discussed.
Right.
So it looks like we have Atlas Attacks. Seems like we're getting a lot more of Namor going on. Guardians of the Galaxy is going to have its new number 1. We're going to be continuing on our romp with Ravencroft with this particular issue centered around Dracula. Then we have Good Son. It looks interesting. I'm not quite sure if he's supposed to be like the son of Carnage or what, because I haven't looked into this issue quite yet.
Yeah, this is one of the key titles from Key Collector app, and I guess the speculation is this might be an ongoing. So
Oh, cool.
we'll see. And then from Ablaze, you have Kids, number 1. Ghostbusters.
Yep, it's going to be their new number 1.
There's going to be a new movie coming out.
Yep. And then Hot Stuff, which I am a particular fan of, but Charles thought originally that it was actually a spoof comic for Casper.
It's like some sort of like Randy adult comic with him.
No,
because he's burning a wiener here.
No, nothing like that. Nothing inappropriate. Hot Stuff just gets on his shenanigans. He's baby evil. He can be a little smidgen mischievous, but he's a good kid at heart.
I see. Well, anyway, that wraps up the titles this week. It's been sort of, I would say, a moderately busy January. Nothing like we saw at the end of last year.
Well, and January tends to be kind of a chiller month. For comics, you had a lot of publishers pushing out so hard to get stuff in December, and you do have people tend to be a little bit close to their purse strings because of all of the festivities that you have in the end of the year and the Yule time, whatnot. But there is a lot of really neat stuff, and I mean, if you really are a big fan of The Shining, there's a My Little Pony comic for you.
Yeah. Great. So before we go, Brianna, I was wondering, like, are you more of a left or a right Twix kind of lady? Is there one you prefer over the other?
So my mom's left-handed, and I am, I guess, ambidextrous. I can actually write with both hands. I just choose not to because my left isn't as good as my right, but I do stuff with one side versus the other. I don't pay attention. I do have some very vehement customers that are very much left-hand sized, so predominantly our Twix sales are gonna lean on that side, so I will stay impartial in that great debate.
You ruined my joke. Anyway, until next week, I'm Charles Morgan from ComicWeek, and this is Brianna, and we'll see you next time.
What was the joke?